Welcome to the Athena Wellness Podcast, the show that invites you to take a seat around the community fire and listen to stories that inspire. I'm your host, Kathy Robinson, author, coach, and founder of Athena Wellness, a company that's dedicated to supporting you on your journey to live more wholeheartedly. Hello, and welcome to episode 102. Thanks so much for joining me for this shortened Wellness Wednesday episode, a little midweek boost to help keep your warrior vibe high. Today I'm joined once again by Kristen Manieri, author, mindfulness teacher, life coach, and host of the 60 Mindful Minutes podcast. During this discussion, Kristen shares some practical steps that listeners can take to start the new year mindfully. And now on to the show. I hope you enjoy the conversation. Once again, I'm joined by habits coach and mindfulness teacher, Kristen Manieri. Welcome back, Kristen.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So we're getting ready to come into a brand new year. And for our listeners who would like to be a little bit more mindful, what are some of your favorite mindfulness practices that perhaps they can incorporate in their new year routines?
I think incorporating a mindful pause. And so you can set a timer. You could use the alarm clock app on your phone and set multiple timers. You can punctuate the pauses with, trips to the bathroom. I know we all do that several times a day, or to the coffee maker, or to, whenever you see your pet, but find a trigger, find something that already happens on a regular basis and attach a mindful pause to that. And all that looks like is just take a moment, maybe close your eyes, take a breath. It doesn't have to be a big breath or a counted breath. Just breathe. Just notice that you're breathing and just check in. Literally just say, like, what's going on inside of me right now? What's going on around me right now? It's such an accessible thing. Like, you don't have to go buy anything. There's no certification to get. Just start attaching mindful pauses onto the things that you're already doing habitually.
Wonderful. And then there were two other practices that I really appreciated in your book. One was this idea of incorporating a little bit more solitude, and the other was about letting go. So not carrying the things that aren't yours. How might we practice that in a similar way? Like, how might we be able to create a habit around those two practices?
Man, especially with a brand new year right in front of us, it's almost like a fresh fallen snow, like no one's walked in it. When I look at my calendar for the year, and if there's some things that are already in it for 2022, obviously, but there's this opportunity of, like, it's still your year. You still have a chance to put some things in there that really matter. So to me, gosh, what would it be like if once a month would be even better, but let's just say once a quarter, you block into your calendar a day of solitude. And you don't even have to know what that's going to look like yet. Just go find it. Is it at the end of January? Is it the middle of February? Is it maybe sometime in March? But just go find it. It could be a Saturday. It could be a day off work. You take a Friday. It could be a Sunday. And then as it approaches, start to ask yourself, what do I need? Do I need to just go walking? Do I need to just go sit in a bookstore for a couple of hours? Do I need to just go wander somewhere? Do I need to go on a long drive? But how can I have this block of time, communicate it with the people that you share your life with, and really commit to having that there way, 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 way in advance? And promise yourself that no matter how you feel as that's coming up, because inevitably what happens is the crisis is over or the feelings have subsided, and it's like, oh, I don't need that. But think about it like money in the bank, like it's an investment. So maybe you don't need it right then, but this starts to teach yourself that you matter, that spending time with yourself really matters. And so, yeah, it's a beautiful practice, and I would love it if people took that on. I think that would be amazing.
Same here. That is so timely and so perfect. And again, I can't thank you enough. And we'll link up ways to get in touch with you in the show notes. And I thank you again for your time today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know there are many ways you can spend your time. Thank you for choosing to spend it with me. Until our paths cross again, be kind to yourself and show your warrior spirit some love. If you know anyone who could benefit from today's episode, please pass it on. And many thanks for supporting the show by subscribing and leaving a review. It means a lot, and it helps others find their way to our circle. If you'd like to access the show notes, have a question you'd like addressed on a future episode, or would like a transcript of this episode, visit www.athenawellness.com/podcast. Until next time, be well.